Yes. Over in the news, I mean, last year we had for Gather Round 265,011 spectators, so huge stuff, and we're obviously wanting to develop it a little bit more coming into 2025.
Yeah, well, we absolutely want to hold on to Gather Round here in Adelaide. We don't want it moving anywhere else.
Exactly. So from the AFL, word from the AFL, there is rumour that Mount Barker venue could be scrapped as an oval, but instead we could have Lyndoch Recreational Park in Barossa Valley. So a Barossa Valley oval for at least 2 games could be something that happens.
So that's still not confirmed, though?
No, the Barossa's confirmed. It's just up for debate whether Mount Barker will be scrapped. But yeah, we'll see a few matches in the Barossa, which will be cool.
Yeah, should be great. I mean, go up there, stay a couple days as well, get to the 100%. Wineries.
Oh, it'd be great, yeah. Go to a few wineries, get a bus tour, get your mates around there, go see some footy games. It sounds pretty good. Over in Adelaide news as well, we have ranked pretty high in having the best garden in the world. We are number 15 in the list of gardens.
Wow, for the Botanics.
Yep, for the Botanic Gardens here in Adelaide. It saw Sydney's Royal Botanic Gardens getting ranked number 12, which I disagree with. We've actually both been there, and if there's one thing I rag on a lot, it's that I think we have a much better botanical garden than Sydney does.
I agree.
I was really underwhelmed.
They've just got the clout of being Sydney.
I think so. I remember being really underwhelmed going to their botanical garden, but anyway, Melbourne's Royal Botanical Gardens ranked number 4th in the world, so that's pretty damn cool for Aussies here, with 3 huge gardens, with number 1 being a garden in Arizona.
Yeah, I mean, great for Australia.
Yeah, definitely puts us on the map a little bit. And also, in terms of American stuff, the biggest deal in US basketball history has been made for Jason Tatum in the Boston Celtics with a $473 million deal.
$374 million.
473.
473.
And that's Australian. So 473 million Australian dollars.
You could play one season and then just give it up.
Yeah, huge. I mean, you just retire.
Ridiculous amount of money. Where do they get this kind of money from?
And it's always basketball. Basketball is a huge one.
Such a high-paying sport.
But obviously, with so many people in history back in the day making big deals, this one is trumping that, and it's pretty damn incredible.
Yeah, well, can't wait to see if he can match the pay rate on the court.
Yeah, hopefully he can hold on to it and, doesn't cave in for the getting rid of it after a year, going on vacation.
You're with Tom Callum. That's your news from overnight. Callum, we started speaking about somewhat controversial topics yesterday around the office, one of which caused a bit of a stir with a lot of people, something that I said. I love a reverse parallel park.
Yeah, see, it's a crazy one because it's something that puts the fear of God into people.
A lot of people don't like reverse parallel parking. In fact, a lot of people will keep driving around to find a different park just to avoid the reverse parallel park.
People will go around the block and around the block just to get a normal park so they don't have to do the reverse parallel.
I'll avoid the normal easy parks to find a reverse parallel park.
Is it like a show-offy thing, or what is it about it? The victoriousness of when you do it? Do you do it in front of people having a nice coffee at a cafe as well? So you maybe
windows down, tunes up.
Maybe they'll give me an applause and put it on YouTube.
Well, I think it stems for me from the street that I live on is quite a skinny street, and the only way to park is reverse parallel parking, really, most of the time. So I think I just had always been used to it, that it just sort of got ingrained in me, and then it just became second nature.
Right.
And, when you perfect it, when you get a great reverse parallel park, the wheels are just a little bit away from the curb, you do it in 3 swift motions. For lack of a better term, I guess it just kind of turns me on a bit.
It's an odd way to put it.
Yeah, and I want to get a bit silly with the Fresh Fam this morning and open up the text line in just a moment, 0428 927 927. What turns you on, Adelaide?
I mean, what does turn you on like a parallel park? I mean, I don't want to be sitting in the car next to you now when you successfully nailed that park. Like it could get weird.
We are talking those silly things that like a reverse parallel park. I mean, have you got anything?
Well, I guess these are those things that, a lot of people also don't like, that typically, they're not a fan of, but you love it. It turns you on. I think airplanes, going in an airplane, going off, take off, the amount of people that hate it, makes you feel sick, it makes you feel anxious. I love it.
I don't like flying.
It's like a roller coaster. I think it's so fun going up in the air. When there's a little bit of turbulence, you're like, oh, this is a bit...
What is wrong with you?
You're like, oh, this is a bit dangerous. It's a bit fun.
I thought mine was bad. Jeez.
But yeah, I know someone else that gets turned on by going to the dentist. That's their thing. A lot of people hate the dentist. They think it's a massage on their teeth.
I know someone who loves ice cream in weather like this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
They prefer ice cream in the colder weather than the hotter weather.
That's one of those ones where even if it's not affecting your body specifically, you're looking at them and it makes you shiver. It makes you feel horrible when you see someone downing an ice cream in 5-degree weather.
Yeah, it's not okay.
Hey, that's the point though. I mean, each to their own. What turns you on? I mean, these are the things that a lot of people hate, but you love.
Somebody's texted in, Nigel from Seaton has texted in saying a super smooth gear change or a perfectly cooked poached egg.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Very nice. I like it. Hey, this one here, I love the smell of petrol. It's so good.
Yeah. I
kind of get that.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah, there's something to it.
Yeah, Callum just hangs out at the OTR. Hey, let's go to St. Maurice. We got Ursula on the line. Ursula, good morning. What's turning you on?
Good morning, boys.
Morning.
I'm with you guys. I do not like the reverse parallel park.
You don't like it?
But I do love when my husband does it.
Okay, so it doesn't turn him on, it turns you on.
Is he
there's nothing...
Is he putting the arm around the seat?
Yes, when the arm goes across the passenger seat and you've got that reverse, parallel park looking over you, it's very manly and hot.
Ursula, you can lie to us, but has your hubby ever botched the park? Has he started off well and you're like, I'm a bit turned on, and then he's just thumped the car behind him?
Yeah, hit the curb.
No,
Ooh.
He's a 3 moves man.
Wow,
3-move man.
100% success rate.
You'll love to hear it. Good on you, Ursula.
Hey, Alex in Victor Harbour, what turns you on?
Oh, well, I'm immaculate at reverse parallel parking, but the thing that really turns me on is, you know how you recycle cans and you put them on the ground,
Yep.
you try to line up your foot.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Yep, you crush them with your foot.
When you stomp on that, when you stomp on the can and the top of the can perfectly lines up with the bottom of the can,
Ooh.
and it turns into like a centimetre flat, like metal pancake.
Yeah, no,
Metal pancake. Hey, I love it.
Alex, absolutely agree. There is no better feeling than when you get that perfect crush on the can.
Keep those cans as souvenirs.
Yeah, hey, Damien over in Paradise. What's turning you on, mate?
Morning, gents.
G'day.
As dirty as the reverse parallel park is, I think a string of green lights is even dirtier.
Oh, unreal.
Okay.
Unreal.
Now we're talking.
You're not stopped at all. You just plough straight through. You're on the way to work. Cuts down traffic.
Could you imagine driving down West Terrace in one fluid motion from North Terrace to South Terrace?
Damien, please stop. It's only 7:51. I can't take this.
These aren't meant to be my toey hours. I'm supposed to be working.
Hey, Stacey over in Edwardstown, can you wrap us up? What's turning you on?
Morning, guys.
Morning.
When you've been dying to sneeze all day and then you sneeze 4 times in a row.
Ooh, okay,
yeah.
4 times sneeze.
And you're like, that's just made my day.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when you get teased with a sneeze and nothing comes. But when you get a few in a row, there's no better feeling. Stacey, have you ever gotten to the 8 market?
Oh, I've got chronic hay fever, so I get it all year round, and I think I've probably hit the 7 or 8 mark.
Well, it's a bit of a bonus. Can't wait for the cold.
And can anyone believe this? Over in Manchester, there's this girl lady, Aniko Rose, who is a professional cuddler. She's making about 142 Australian dollars an hour just by hugging strangers, saying touch therapy, it releases oxytocin in the body and stuff like that. It's meant to make you happy, which, I'm all for that. That sounds great. But I think it's extortionist for you to go around charging people 70 quid or 142 Australian dollars.
Yeah, I thought the monologue was going to end with you angry once again. You're like, the system is wrought. This is terrible.
Just terrible stuff from her.
I mean, you can't blame her. It's a
the
good way to
thing
make
is,
money.
too, she looks like, some sort of I don't know, she's got like that hippie vibe to her, right? Like, so why does all this money matter?
I mean, hippies still have to pay electricity bills. They still need money. As much as they say they don't, they still have to, fit into the system. I feel like you just need a hug. You might need some of the touch therapy, mate, because you're off the rocket at the moment.
I'll just call someone. I'm not going to pay somebody 142 Australian dollars.
Who are you calling over to hug you?
I don't know. I'll find someone. Mum, can you drop into work?
Yeah. I need a hug.
You nearby? Yeah. Hey, but we did go to the text line 0428 927 927. How'd you make a quick buck? And Paul from Burton's texted in here with an absolute ripper saying he was selling unused car spaces for the Royal Show last year on Saturday and Sunday from surrounding businesses. He made $1,000 a day.
That's unreal.
Yeah. That's how desperate people are for parks trying to get to the show, because it is crazy.
What's he doing? Just sitting there with a cardboard sign with Sharpie on it saying free car space for $50.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's gone to the marketplace to sort it out.
That's unreal.
$1,000 a day, not a bad hustle at all.
I mean, if you're close by.
I mean, it's better than charging someone for a hug.
Maybe you can get a car space and a hug.
Yeah,
Two for one deal.
Yeah, well, only if I'm not paying for the hug.
Yeah. This one here. Morning, hope you're staying warm. Thank you. I used to make a quick buck by doing those CMAX studies, stay there over for a weekend and get paid an ungodly amount. Yeah. I mean, it is intriguing, those ones, especially when you're staying there for a good week or whatever. You can make over $1,000.
Yeah, big time. Hey, Lucy from Prospect has texted in as well, saying she goes to the beach to find nice rocks and paint them, sells them at markets for anywhere from $5 to $15. Costs her basically nothing, and she enjoys painting, so it's a win-win.
Do you have an issue with that?
No, I'm fine with that. I want a pet rock.
Hey, Tom, later this week on Saturday, we're doing something pretty out there, something that we're a little bit not used to, a bit out of our comfort zone. We haven't done one before, but we are emceeing a footy event.
Yes, where we will be auctioneers for the evening, which we did touch on a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big hitter. I guess we have done emceeing stuff a little bit before, but the auctioneering part is the biggest gamble of the whole situation that we've been thrown into by one of our mates, and he's put our name forward and said, hey, these guys are the right guys for the job. Little did he mention that there would be an auctioneering aspect.
Yes, so we do want to open up the phone lines in just a moment. When did you fake it till you make it? There is a prize up for grabs.
Yeah, and I feel like this is one of those dangerous combinations of having little experience, one, and also being told we can do whatever we want. So it's a horrible equation for what could be a mess, but we want to get through it and kind of fake it till we make it. We're going to try and be auctioneers.
Yeah, I mean, some examples of people faking it till they made it. Back at Nelson Mandela's funeral, people were saying that the sign language interpreter was actually just making random hand movements, not actually doing sign language.
If you could disrespect anyone by, half-arsing something at their funeral,
it's Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela would have to be one of the worst people to do it to.
He'd be up there.
Just looking at the person, did she stick the finger up at me? I don't think that was a part of the ceremony.
I mean, another one that you see in like movies and TV all the time is on a plane.
Yeah.
Someone like, is there a doctor on board? And someone who's very clearly not a doctor is like, I'm a doctor.
Yeah, I'll give it a crack.
Yeah, like catch me if you can.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, on a much bigger level than our auctioneering. Some people's lives are at stake. With us, it's just people might be a little bit bored and unimpressed.
I mean, have you lied on a resume?
Oh, it could be a big one. I know someone who lied about having all this wine knowledge and then got a job at a top-end wine bar, had to do the decanter, all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, fake it till you make it. That's just another one as well. You're dealing with high-priced wines and stuff like that. You don't want to be caught out on.
Yeah, we need the loose units of Adelaide calling us up right now. When did you fake it till you made it, Adelaide? We've got Taylor for your workday joining us in the studio. Taylor, good morning. How are you?
Hi, good morning. Yeah, good. I actually can't wait to hear you two be auctioneers. You
sound like that kid from the Thornberries.
The incoherentness is spot on. I reckon it will be a rambling mess, but we'll try and get it as good as we can.
So fun. But before this job, I actually faked it into another job. I was a travel agent, but when they did the test for the job, they put you in a room and you had to know city names and countries and
Flags?
like capital cities, and I was like, I don't know that. But then I realised there was no cameras in the room, so I basically Googled the entire test, got the job, and they never knew. So that was good, yeah.
So was there ever a hiccup at the job though? Or?
Well, see, the thing was, you're sitting in front of a computer the whole time, so if anyone ever asked me something I didn't know, I could just Google it. Like, it was fine.
I mean, I'm sure you accidentally sent a few people to Austria instead of just the local parts of Australia. What an expensive trip.
Hey, Callum, we got plenty of texts coming through the text line as well. Somebody texted in here saying, I use ChatGPT on my essays and my lecturer called me a wordsmith.
Oh, there you go. I mean, a lot of people would be doing the ChatGPT and flying under the radar. Someone else said, went for a kitchen hand gig, never worked in a kitchen before, so said I'd done 3 years at another place and then doubled down by my reference from the job. I never had being my mate to pump me up. Yeah, right. Okay, kitchen hand, that's a good one.
Yeah, another text here. I didn't know my boyfriend wanted me to do a 21st speech until the night of, but I pretended I had it all planned and brought up with the blank speech cards and just faked the whole speech. I also got my friend to interrupt my speech and cause a distraction to end the speach early.
What do you reckon the distraction was? What do you go? Sink's blocked, there's a fire.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
I mean, I could think of a few things. Probably nothing safe for radio on the 21st. But hey, let's cross to Cheltenham. We got Smurf on the line, friend of the show. Smurf, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right, guys. How are you?
Really good.
Very well. Hey, Smurf, when did you fake it till you made it?
With my current job.
Oh, spicy.
Wow. Okay, so,
all right.
And you're not even anonymous. I feel like a lot of people know you as Smurf.
Yeah, thankfully my bosses don't.
Alrighty, so what's the job?
I cannot disclose that on here at all.
Yeah, I don't know why Callum would. We've got a message from our producer saying, "Do not ask about the job."
I'm having a look at that. Sorry. Yeah. All right. What's? I did not see that, Smurf. Sorry to try and unravel your secrets.
Smurf, how long have you been faking it at the job though?
Almost 12 months.
And no one's caught any wind of this.
No, I've even had a pay rise in this time.
Smurf, have you? You've got a pay rise. Have you got any tips for us how we could fake it on the weekend?
Be confident, but not cocky.
So just a bit of bravado, just lie, try and get
strut
through.
Around. Yeah. But no cockiness, Callum.
Shoulders back, no cockiness. We've got it, Smurf, in the bag.
Good on you, Smurf.
Adelaide, let's wind back the clock. The new quiz with a bit of a spin. Wednesday, sponsored by Jack's Tyres and Auto, Edwardstown and Gillies Plains on Fresh 92.7.
That's it. It's our favourite quiz show of the week. Every Wednesday morning we play Wheelie, a Windback Wednesday, all thanks to the legends down at Jack's Tyres and Auto. Buy 3 tyres, you can get a 4th free on selected brands.
Now, we said before, all you have to do is text in Jax, J-A-X, and you can have your chance to play this awesome game. Such a quick, easy quiz game for your chance to go in the running to get a tyre pack.
That's it. Spin the wheel, land on a decade, answer 3 questions, and yes, go into the draw to win a set of Hankook tyres valued up to $1,200. Perfect for the cost of living crisis that we're all currently going through.
Oh, 100%. So let's get straight into it. I mean, we need a wheel spin though first. I mean,
not quite yet. Let's go to Scott over in South Plympton. Scott, good morning, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks.
Now, Scott, what's your preferred decade?
Oh, I'd have to go with 2000.
2000s,
okay.
all right. Good call. Well, Steph, best of luck. Try and land on 2000s for Scott here.
I'll do my best for you.
Fingers crossed.
Spin that wheel. Oh, it's a good-looking spin.
Oh, it's 2000! Scott, you've got it.
You're welcome.
Scott, first question from the 2000s. We've already answered SpongeBob SquarePants. If you get the next 2 correct, you're going into the draw here. The first question. In the show Jersey Shore, GTL was an acronym for what?
Sorry, what was the acronym again?
GTL.
Got to love?
Oh, it's a good stab.
I have no idea.
You haven't seen Jersey Shore, Scott?
No way. No.
Yeah. I haven't either. I probably wouldn't get this question.
Hey, let's see if Cara from Glenelg North knows it. Cara, in the show Jersey Shore, GTL, that's G for George, T for Tango, L for Lingo, was an acronym for what?
I thought it was great to love.
Nah. It's a tricky one.
It's a very tricky one. Can Brett from Port Adelaide get it back?
Oh, geez. Was it GTL?
GTL, yeah.
GTL.
Kim and Laundry.
Yes!
Brett, the underdog, coming up.
Brett, an unsuspecting Jersey Shore fan. All right, Brett, we've got another question for you. I reckon you could wrap this up and win it. Take it. The iconic blue steel look comes from which 2000s comedy?
Oh, I know that. Zoolander.
Zoolander is correct. Brett, you are going in the draw to win a set of hand-cooked tyres valued up to $1,200 thanks to the legends at Jack's Tyres and Auto.
Thanks, boys. It's so bloody cold out here on the road. I couldn't think straight. I can't believe it.
Got a bit of brain freeze?
Yeah, it is bloody cold out there. Good on you, Brett. Thanks to everyone calling up. Remember, Wheelie Windback Wednesday returns next week. There are still plenty more chances for you to go into the draw to win these amazing set of tyres, hand-cooked tyres, up to $1,200 in value.
It's such a great prize. I can't wait to see who wins this one. Tom, one of the most popular fictional places in the world would have to be the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah? Willy Wonka?
Yeah, Willy Wonka. However...
God, how I'd love to get a tour of that place.
Oh, big time.
Do you reckon you'd go all the way through and not do anything wrong? Or would you be in each place just stuffing up, in the chocolate river, having the unlimited gobstopper?
I would probably do everything that is, on the rules not to do.
I
would be in that lake swimming around with my mouth open.
Yeah, flying in that one bit.
Yeah, big time. But...
100%.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that is not the case, though. We can't go to the Chocolate Factory, but the next best thing, food-wise, is the KFC Lodge.
Yeah, it's Colonel's Lodge, isn't it? It's
Colonel's
opened up.
Lodge, yeah. So
here in Australia too, which is great news for us.
Yeah, so it's in a cool spot. It's in the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. Now, what it is, the Colonel's Lodge is pretty much this big ski lodgy kind of vibe, and it's doing a Christmas in July thing, and you can have the opportunity to go there. You can win the chance if you use the KFC app and spend $30.
Oh, every day.
When you go there, this is why I'm comparing it to the Chocolate Factory, but for KFC, it is just... I'm not going to say there's chicken draping off the walls and stuff like that. It's not mythical, but there's a hell of a lot of chicken. You have chicken every night. There's a big feast. All food. There's a butler around that gives you all the chicken in the KFC.
I feel like one of the best smells to wake up to is, that crackling bacon in the morning. But imagine the smell of just waking up each morning to that crisp, fresh KFC.
Unreal.
The fact that it's going to be fresh every day as well at the Colonel's Wood Logan Lodge.
Yeah, exactly.
Wood Cabin Lodge.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be there every day, and you get a 2-day stay. If you're
2 days stay.
So 2 days in the lodge, you get to chill out and pretty much have an early Christmas. So,
and is this only for July?
This is for July. Christmas in July.
I think we better take a couple of days off in July.
Well, yeah, I mean, we should put our holidays in a few weeks, right? Yeah. Let's try and get to that lodge.